Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's talk. I want to follow up on my discussion about learning Japanese, learning to read Japanese, the kanji, learning the kanji that are inherited from Chinese. But you look up the characters when you embark to read a book in Japanese, and you don't know, you come across a character you're not familiar with. And like I say, there was, when I was studying, I think there was 1,800 or so what do they call, frequently used characters to be able to read a newspaper. And I think it's gone up closer to 1,900, well, almost 2,000. But this is the kind of book. This is not the one I used when I was learning, but it's set up basically the same. Mine was an older version. I think it was issued by maybe it's the same thing as the Tuttle. I think mine was issued by Tuttle, an old book. It was a hardback red book, and this one is issued by Tuttle, and it is very handy. And just by reading this alone, you can learn so much about Japanese. I'll give a close-up of it. Kanji Kana Revised Version. Oh, hold it. Yeah, that might be backwards. A handbook to the Japanese writing system. But anyways, you learn how to count the characters, and you'll learn quickly. But oh geez, there's something there. But each character in here is listed, right? About 2,000 of them, and it gives you the way to count the strokes. It gives you the stroke count, and it doesn't take you long to learn how to count a character you've never seen. And think of the strokes as like brush strokes. Sometimes they'll turn a corner and that's all one stroke. And sometimes you'll make two legs of a box and that's one stroke. But you'll learn how to count the characters. I think this is going to be backwards to you, but anyways. And then once you count the strokes, you can look them up by yeah, I'm gonna be back. This is gonna be backwards, so it's not gonna be much good to show you this. But you can look up the character almost every which way. You can look it up by the number of the strokes in the radical. Like, for example, the character for hand, 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 is 3 strokes. So you go to these bold numbers are the number of strokes in the radical, and they will, for example, show you all the characters from the most simple to the most complicated that use hand as a radical in the character, and also gives you a hint to what the meaning of the character is. So you can look it up that way if you know how to pronounce it. And when you get good, you may be able to guess the pronunciation from the character, but not know exactly what it means. And you can look up the. I'm sorry. You can. Finesse English. You can look them up by the pronunciation of the character, and. There's a zillion ways to look up the characters, but this will be rough going at first, but you'll quickly learn to look up characters quickly, and it's kind of fun. For me, it's kind of like detective work, and you feel like, I don't know, that's why, I guess maybe why I love Japanese so much. It felt like it was cracking a code, It literally is. It is cracking a code. But I had that sense of, what's the word? Kind of a young kid's the excitement of cracking a code, like learning to be a spy or something like that. But anyways, I won't keep this video very long, but please, if you're going to get serious about learning Japanese, learning the Chinese characters, you need to get a book like this. You need to get a book like this. And this is the one I suggest. I think I had a simpler version of this. It was an old red and black one. Well, I had a small one, a red and black one, and then a big hardcover. That red and black one's a paperback, a little bit smaller than this. And then an old hardbound book that I don't think you can buy anymore. But so good luck, and you can do it. Even Japanese kids, when they're in school, of course, they learn the phonetic language first. And then as they go, I think in about first grade, or maybe first or second grade, somewhere around there. First they learn the phonetic language in first grade or something like that, and then they learn about 100, 200 kanji each year as they grow up in elementary school. You know, in second grade they will maybe learn 100 characters, in third grade maybe 400 characters. You know, keep going up until I think in middle school they get to the 1800 number. And a lot of those look alike. Those characters will look alike. And I'm telling you, don't get flustered if you can't. If somebody serves you a character and says, hey, read what's this character? Even for Japanese people, it's hard to read when someone just throws you one character by itself. Boom. So many characters look alike. But out of context, with another character, you know, it becomes obvious what it is, right? So don't get flustered if you fail a quick quiz on that. But yeah, so and even when it comes to writing them, even the Japanese, if they're not in a job where they have to write all the time and use a lot of characters, they forget them as well. My wife is in the same case. You know, I forgot, what was the character for this? What was the character for that? And when it comes to people's names, they are even more difficult. So, and sometimes they have what they call only the same characters in one region will be like my wife's name, Koshiro, small castle, her last name. In another part of Japan, that is read Ogi, small castle. Koshiro, small castle. So you got to, some words like that, it's just, you have to know it. Place names, people's names. Sometimes the Japanese can't read it unless they've learned it already by, you know, no one's coming across that character. Or you can understand what the characters mean and take a guess at how to pronounce it, but with people's names and place names, they can have the oddest pronunciations. You just, wow, shoot, I didn't know it would be pronounced like that. Or I know a guy with the same last name, but it's pronounced completely different. So, or a place name, yeah. So it's you got to keep on your toes and be flexible when learning kanji, because there's tons of curveballs, but it's fun. It's like cracking the code. So, anyways, I'll keep it at that. And good luck, and text me if you have any questions. Bye-bye.